Hi everyone, my name is Vincent Aberi. I'm here with the CEO of Goshen Acquisitions, and we're here today to find out more about what we're going to bring to you soon coming to your city. So let me introduce myself. Again, I'm Vincent Aberi. I'm an ex-diaspora. I lived in Texas for close to 20 years. So left home at a very early age, right after high school. Completed my studies, started my banking career, then went into investments, and in 2013 got the opportunity to come back to work for one of the leading banks in Kenya, KCB, managing international business, which means people who live abroad, and basically making sure that they can invest safely back home. So Solomon, tell us more about yourself.
Thanks, Vinny. Well, I am Kenyan born, 1978, born and raised up until high school. I grew up in Langata for most of that time. I'm told I was born in Buruburu phase 4 or one of those.
All right.
But as with many of us in our generation, after high school, I left Kenya for the States to study architecture at Savannah College of Art and Design in Georgia.
Oh, that's interesting. I also went to study architecture as well. So we have something in common. I actually didn't know about that.
I didn't know that about you.
All right, so something new.
Yeah, it's good. Explains a lot about you and your personality. Now that you say that. But I was there for a 5-year master's program. SCAD was one of those that was accredited to issue 5-year master's programs.
Okay.
Or degrees, 5-year master's degrees. But in my 3rd year, due to financial hardship back home, I had to leave school.
No, quite unfortunate, but it's something that quite
yes,
difficult.
Was a difficult thing for me to reconcile with, but we had to survive. It's what we do out there.
Yeah.
And I sort of stumbled my way into the real estate space. Well, out there, eventually started flipping homes and contracts, wholesaling in North Carolina for 3 years, and I moved up to DC. Did that for a little bit with a cousin of mine, Kennedy Mutio, Moots is what we called him. And then after about a year, I moved down to Houston, Texas, where I did sales up until 2009 when I came back home. December 3rd, I landed back home.
Wow.
I was chasing the love of my life at the time.
What a wonderful story.
Yes, she's now, the mother of my 3 children and my wife. So it ended well.
Okay.
But since I came back home, the itch for real estate never left. And in 2011, we registered Goshen Acquisitions, which is a company that is passionate about providing safe investment opportunities for Kenyans, both here locally, obviously, and in the diaspora. Being a former diasporan, I do understand a lot of the concerns, fears. I understand the perspective.
Okay, so what does Goshen mean, by the way?
Goshen is actually it's a Hebrew word. I found it in the Holy Scriptures.
Okay.
In the book of Genesis, we're told about Joseph, who was Pharaoh's number 2. During the drought, Pharaoh, because he liked Joseph, asked Joseph to bring his clan from Canaan, where the drought was really bad, and told him to bring them to Egypt so that they wouldn't die of drought and hardship, and give them the best of Egypt. Give them Goshen. That's what Pharaoh said.
So I can see the reason why, because then you want to give the diaspora that kind of feeling that you'll get the best.
It means something for us. It was an intentional name because it's a Hebrew word meaning come near or draw near. Come home, draw near. So it speaks volumes about our own history, leaving home to go to the US, coming back home, and then also creating a posterity, securing a posterity for our generation, our future generations, despite what's happening out here, all the madness that's happening, you know, Goshen Acquisitions is that space, that refuge that kept the you know, Jacob's clan prosperous throughout that period. So we embody a lot of that. It means a lot of that to us. So we try to make sure that whatever we're doing, it's sort of aligned with that
philosophy.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long were you in the diaspora?
11 years altogether.
Okay.
It didn't feel that long while I was there. It's now been 13 years since I came home. Yeah, 13 years.
Okay.
And it's amazing what's happened in those 13 years. And to be honest, I wish I came back home sooner.
Everybody wishes that. I myself, when I came back, I was like, okay, fine, I wish I could have come. But you know, God's timing is the best timing.
Yeah.
You can't choose when, but when the opportunity comes, you make that decision.
Yes. But you know, I often tell people in the diaspora, those who are struggling with the decision, do I come home? What am I going to do? I don't know anyone there. It's been 15, 20, 30 years since I left. I mean, to put things into context, when I left, the late Daniel Toroitich Arap Moi was the president of Kenya.
Yeah.
I came back and found the late Mwai Kibaki as president. It was a completely different country. I could not have imagined it. No one would have been able to describe it to me accurately enough. You just have to come and experience Kenya for yourself, and especially for those who are not able to come back home as frequently as some are. For me, it was a straight 10-year period where I didn't come home. So coming back home was a pleasant shock.
Yeah,
and
I can imagine.
Yeah, and so we registered Goshen Acquisitions in January 4th, 2011. In a couple months, we'll be celebrating our 11th anniversary.
Wow.
And out of that journey came GrandAcres. GrandAcres is both a registered trademark of Goshen Acquisitions as well as a standalone corporate entity, wholly owned, a fully owned subsidiary of Goshen Acquisitions. We are one and the same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You've done very well for yourself, I must say. And
we're fortunate. Yeah, we're blessed.
Okay. Thank you. I'm coming to a city near you, and I'm going to be visiting a few cities: Dallas, Atlanta, Boston. We only have 20 slots in each city. So for you to get a space during my visit, click on the link below. See you soon.